right, so we're now on the GetResponse website where you can sign up for your free trial, and we're going to click on sign up for free. And this will take us to the sign up page where we can enter our name, our email address, and our password. Once you've done that, just click on create account. I've already done that. And once you click on create account, you will get to the next website where it tells you need to activate your account with GetResponse. So you need to go to your email address that you've entered on the last page, and it will look like this. So what you got to do now is just click on activate my account. So we're going to do that now. To finish our sign up, we just need to fill out this form and then click on take me to my account. All right, so we're now inside of our GetResponse dashboard. And what we're going to do is we're going to navigate through everything real quick to kind of get you an overview of how to navigate through your account. So up top, we have our contacts, and this is where you manage all of your emails that you're getting, your email addresses that you're getting, and your different email lists. So if you already have a list of emails, you can import it here, and you can move around email addresses to different lists. You can segment lists and stuff like that. Then you have email marketing. The only thing I use here is the newsletter. So for example, when I upload a video to YouTube, I will just write a quick email and send it out to my subscribers to let them know that I have just posted something on YouTube and they can watch it if they want. I don't really do autoresponders here because it's really redundant if you use the automation option here, which is really nice. So what you can do here is you can prepare your emails, and then you can build workflows to kind of automate different things. You can send emails in a sequence, and then, for example, if somebody clicks on a link, you send them a different email, and if somebody doesn't open an email, you just wait 3 days, and then you're going to send the same email again, but with a different title, for example. So have a lot of options here, and in a later part of this email marketing series, I'm going to show you exactly how to build these workflows so they are automated and everything. It's perfect. And then you have landing pages. So you're going to need landing pages for people to sign up for your email list, and you have the ability to build them inside of GetResponse, which is really nice. And then it will automatically import the email addresses that you're getting from that landing page to your contacts, to your email list. So also this is something that we're gonna take a look at later. And you have more options like you can do webinars, forms and surveys, and CRM. To be honest, I've never done anything with these, so I'm not gonna cover them in this beginner tutorial, but you can check them out if you want. Now you also have on your dashboard some quick links just so you can create a landing page real quick or create a newsletter, so you don't have to navigate through the tabs up here. And you have some statistics. You have your list statistics where you see how many email subscribers you've gained in a day and how many you have in total and things like that. You can move all of these things around. You can adjust it however you want, but I would suggest you just let it like it is until you feel really comfortable with using GetResponse, and then you can just adjust it to your liking. Down below you also have some tutorials which are really nice. I haven't seen them for a long time, but I've took their list building course lately, and I have to say it's really good information. It's really thorough, so there are a lot of different videos that you can watch there. And yeah, I suggest you go through it. If you have time, you definitely will learn a lot, and it's totally free, so so why not take that? Also, you can, if at some point you want to promote GetResponse, they have a really awesome affiliate program where you can earn recurring revenue. So if at some point you want to promote it, feel free to do so. It's a very good service. And then on the left side here, you also see chat 24/7. This is like really awesome. Whenever you have a problem or something, you don't know how something works, just go on the chat here, and then you just can click start chat and just start chatting immediately. You don't have to go through some complicated contact form or something. So you can just start chatting with somebody from GetResponse and they will be able to solve your problem really quickly. So yeah, this is really nice to have, and it saves you a lot of time. So the first thing that we're going to do now is set up the email address that you'll be using to send out your emails from. For this, we go to the top right corner and click on Manage Account. Then on the left side, we click on Email Addresses. There you already see your email that you've used to sign up for GetResponse. And that's probably a Gmail or a Hotmail or AOL or whatever you're using. What you should do here is actually enter the email address of the domain that you own. So for example, for me, it would be simon@learnpassiveincome.com or simon@influengram.com. These are the domains that I own. And the problem, if you would use this, your Gmail or your Hotmail or whatever, if you would use this one to send out emails from, is that they are very likely to land in the spam folder of your subscribers. So your subscribers won't end up reading your emails. So eventually you want to get a domain, if you don't already have one, to do email marketing. If you don't already have a domain, I have a link in the description of the website hosting service that I am using if you want to check that out. But for now, if you don't have a domain and you don't want to set up one right now, you can just use your Gmail address or whatever is in there right now to set everything up. And then once you start getting email addresses and you want to send out emails, you can change your email address. You can get the domain then, and you can change out your email address. That's no problem. But if you have a domain, I would suggest you use this. So go to add email and then type in your name and the email address that you'll be using. So for me, it's simon@learnpassiveincome.com, and then click on add address. Then you have the second address. This is now unconfirmed. And what we need to do is go to my inbox for this email and then click on the link that they sent me just to confirm that this is actually the email that I own. And then once this is done, I can change this one to the default, and I can always use my email from my domain, so the emails will actually land in the inbox. So once we've done that, we can go back to the dashboard. Perfect. So what we're going to do now is set up our email list. We already have an email list that has been automatically created for us, but we're just going to create one so we know how all the settings are and we can customize the list how we want it. So we go to contacts on the top here, go to contacts and then click on create list on the right here. Then you can name the list whatever you want. I'm just going to name it GetResponse Tutorial, just because this is a tutorial. And you see that it has already been taken. No, you can't use underscores, so I'm just gonna type it in like this. And now it says you only can use lowercase letters. So I'm just gonna change everything to lowercase, and then it should actually work. It already exists. Okay, so now we have tried everything that doesn't work. So if the list already exists, then you need to change the name. So I'm just gonna add one, and then it should actually work. Okay, perfect. So now it works. GetResponse Tutorial 1 is my email list. And now I go to the three dots on the right corner here on the right side and go to settings. Okay, once I'm in the settings, I can give the list a title. I would suggest you give the list a title because if people unsubscribe from your list, they will see that title. Otherwise, they will probably see this one, which doesn't look nice. So yeah, just name it whatever you want. I will name it just GetResponse Tutorial. Now you can use spaces. Like this. Cool. A description, you can also do a description. I'm not going to do that now. a category. So for example, if you have a lot of different categories that you're using this marketing for, you can divide it. For me, for example, I would do internet marketing, which fits pretty well. And then for the language, it chooses German for me because I live in the German part of Switzerland, but I always use English because I'm communicating in English. So it makes sense to choose English here. And then the show post address in message footer. If you have this on, then it will just show your address on the footer of every email that you send out. And I personally don't do this. I don't think it needs to have my address in every email, so I turn this off, but this is up to you. And then if you have a logo of your company or your business, you can upload it so that when they get the confirmation message that they have signed up for an email list, they will see that logo and they can click on it and they will get to the website that you enter in here. So you can enter your homepage or just a website that you want, and so they can click on that logo and they will get to your website. So once we've set everything up here, we click on Save General Settings, and we can go to the next tab up here, which is Subscription. Here, the first thing is Send Subscription Notifications. I turn this off because if you have it on, it will send you a notification whenever somebody subscribes to your email list. And for me, I get enough emails as it is, so I don't need to get a notification every time somebody signs up. Then the next thing is Additional Confirmation Double Opt-in. Now, this is something that can be important. This means if you have turned it on like this, if somebody signs up for your email list on your landing page, they will get another email where they have a link they need to click to confirm again that they actually want to be on your email list and get emails from you. Now, there are certain advantages if you do this. For example, you won't get any fake emails or emails that don't exist, email addresses that don't exist. Some people like to just enter some random email just so they see what happens if they click on confirm or download or whatever is on your landing page. And that's actually bad for you, because if you have a lot of fake emails, emails that don't exist in your list, and you will send emails to them, they won't be delivered. And email providers will notice that your emails won't get delivered, and you'll end up being flagged as a spammer. Your email address will be flagged, and your emails will all end up in the spam folder. So your real subscribers won't even get your emails. So this is why it's a good idea to turn this on. I have to be honest, I currently don't have this turned on because my landing page, I'm sending out an ebook and I'm telling people that I will send the ebook to their email. So I'm really not getting any fake emails because they know if they type in a fake email, they won't get the ebook. But I'm planning on actually activating this once I have set up my website for the confirmation page. But like I said, this is up to you. I think it's a good idea to do it. Also depending on how your landing page looks like. But what they will get if you use the GetResponse the GetResponse default page, they will go to this page. They will just see thank you for subscribing, has confirmed, and has been added to this list. So they actually see the name of your list. So also be aware of that they can actually see what your list is called if you use the default confirmation page. If you have a custom URL, like you have a website and you design a thank you page where you have another video or another article or an offer or something, you can enter it in this tab here, and then they will just go to the website that you enter once they click on the confirmation link in the confirmation email. If you don't have it, just click on GetResponse, the default. And then the unsubscribe page, if somebody clicks on unsubscribe on the bottom of your emails, they will get to this page. You can't really change it. It's just the default GetResponse page. Unsubscribe success page, you can see how it looks like. You can also index in search engines, but I actually have turned this off. But that's up to you. And then we click on Save Subscription Settings. Now I have turned the double opt-in on. And if you have turned it on, you can go to the confirmation message, which will be sent once somebody signs up on your landing page. And you can choose HTML or plain text. I always choose plain text because with HTML, it's more likely that you end up in the spam folder, and we don't want that. So I choose plain text, and then you have different subject lines that you can choose for your confirmation message. This really depends on what the context of the sign-up process of your subscribers. For example, if you give away an ebook, it might make sense to, or if you're delivering something, it might make sense to just product delivery confirmation to use this one, or if it's just to sign up for a newsletter, if you just ask them sign up for my newsletter, then just use this, for example, the name and then newsletter subscription confirmation. Whatever is whatever fits to your system. And then, like I see, I already have the default email changed to my personal email from my domain. But if you don't have a domain, you can use the Gmail. Just make sure that at some point you actually have a domain and use this email here. And then also you can change the reply. So if somebody replies to your emails, it will go to another email. For example, I can choose it that all replies go to this email actually, and not to the ones through email that I've sent the email from. But I'll just leave it like this. And then for the confirmation message, you also have different templates. You can't really customize the message all the way, but you have some options that you can choose. Again, this is really depends on what your system looks like. For me, for example, I give away an ebook for people to sign up for my email list. So I would choose this, for example, ebook request, and then I would type in something like, hi, and then this message would come, your request for my ebook has been received, blah, blah, blah. And then they have this link here where they can click. And then I just type in my name down below, and that's it. So once everything's set up, click on Save Confirmation Message. So now we have set up our list, and we can see it. If you go to Contacts, we can see that we have now 2 different email lists. All right, so I'm now back inside of the GetResponse dashboard. And what we're going to do now is we're going to set up a simple landing page where we can send people to so they can subscribe to our email list. To do that, we're just going to click on landing pages up top here, and we're going to click on create landing page. Then you're going to see some templates that you can use that GetResponse provides. If you want, you can just scroll down and see if you find something that will really fit to what you want to create. I personally like if it's very simple. Simple landing pages tend to convert the best. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to build one from scratch. But feel free to just browse through here. Maybe you find something that you really, really like. So I'm going to click on build from scratch, and then it really doesn't matter which one you choose here. I just choose the plain template 10, and I'm just going to delete everything anyway, so this will work. So select template, and then we have to give the landing page a name. I'm just going to name it example. And the name that you enter here will later be displayed on the web browser of people who visit your landing page. So for example, this is the landing page that I'm using right now to send my audience to, and I'm giving away an ebook that I've wrote about affiliate marketing. And so you see on the top here, I named it affiliate marketing ebook. And this is actually the website or the landing page that we're gonna create in this tutorial. Just so you see how it works. And you see it's really simple. It's got a white background, just some text and a picture and a sign up form. So on the top, you just want to have some text that makes the people who visit the landing page want to get what you're giving away. So I have entered what is inside of this ebook, what they will learn when they read this ebook, and also said that I'm going to send them this ebook to their email inbox. So I make sure that they actually enter their email inbox, their actual email that they own. So now you can name it whatever makes sense for your case, and then click on next step. Perfect. So now we're in the kind of design tool of GetResponse. And if you like this layout here, you can just use this. You can enter your logo. You can use this and replace it with join my newsletter or something. If you don't have a lead magnet to give away, I suggest that you actually give something away, because you're going to build your list much faster if you're giving something away. So for me, I'm just going to delete everything here, and I'm just going to build mine from scratch. So on the left side, you have the different things you can enter here. There's text, there's a picture, a button, a sign up form. So what I'm using for my landing page is I'm going to use text on the top and also text above the sign up form. Then we're going to also drag in a sign up form, and we're going to choose the static form. And also I'm going to insert a picture of my ebook that I'm giving away. So the first thing I'm going to do is just replace this image here with the picture of my ebook. So I'm going to click on replace. All right, I've already uploaded the picture. If you haven't uploaded anything yet, you just click on upload file, and then it will appear here, so you can choose from your pictures. So I'm going to use the picture here. And if you want to learn how to make this kind of 3D mock-up of your ebook or checklist or whatever you're giving away, I mention how to do this in my lead magnet video, which is a previous episode of this email marketing series. All right, so to kind of have this in the whole frame, I'm clicking on the crop icon here and then drag this down so everything's inside of the frame. Then I go back to this icon here so I can adjust the size of it. So this looks about right. I'm just going to drag it a little bit to the left, and I think it looks good there. So now I'm just going to enter the text up top here. To just kind of make this a little bit faster, I'm going to copy it from the already finished landing page, and just going to copy paste it like this. And here again, you just want to kind of make it look nice. You want to drag it out so it's easy to read, and you can also add bullet points. And this is now a gray color. You can change the color by going here and then change it to whatever you want. So you can do it red or whatever. I just tend to do it simple and black like this. And also I highlight stuff by just doing it bold. You can do it like this and stuff like, yeah, you see what I'm talking about. And also here the text, you just want to type in something like enter your email, name and email to get my free whatever you're giving away, or enter your name and email to join my newsletter. So I'm just again gonna copy this and paste it in here. Then center the text, then drag this down a bit like this. Yeah, this on top. I'm not going to spend too much time because the video would be too long, but you kind of get what I'm doing here. And you can always preview what you've done by clicking preview up here, and then you're going to see how it will look like for people. So now they can enter their name and their email address and then click sign up. So Just going to close this up again. So once you think it looks nice, you can also change the button to download or whatever you need it to be. Once you've finished this, you want to make sure to also check out how it looks on the mobile version. And you do that by clicking on the little mobile phone up here. And you see that it doesn't look very good. The text is very small up top, then the picture is too big, and then the text is too big here. So you just want to adjust it again so that it looks good also for users who see it on their phone. Once this is done, you can go to the thank you page. The thank you page is what they will see after they have signed up their name and email address. So if you want to send them to a custom website or an affiliate offer or something, you don't have to do this. You can just, in a next step, you can enter the URL that you want to send them to after they have entered their details here. But if you just want to have the regular thank you page, you can use this one. Again, if this is the layout that you like, you can use this. What I have done for mine is I have just added a picture and a text. I've just typed in something like, thank you, go check your inbox, because I'm sending them the ebook to their inbox. Then center, make it bold, make it a little bit bigger, and you can also make it like green for like successful or something like this. Center this here. Yeah, kind of like this. And then I'm also going to just add a random picture. I mostly use this one. Like this. This is like an emoji from Telegram that you can find on Google. All right, so again, you can preview it, how it will look when people sign up. Okay, looks good to me. So this is finished. Again, we want to check if it also looks good for the mobile version. Okay, looks good to me. So we can now move on once we have set up everything for our landing page to the next step. So up top on the right corner, click next step. All right, so the name we've already entered. This is already in here. You can also give it a description if you want. If you don't want to index it in the search engine, so if you don't want to have people, you want people to be able to find it on Google or Bing, you want to tick this one. But yeah, I don't really care, so I'm not going to tick it. Then you have the possibility to use your own domain for your landing page. So if you have an own domain, you can click on add a new domain and then select it here. But what you have to do that this actually works, you have to add a CNAME entry to your subdomain if you're using a subdomain, or change your DNS settings if you're if you want to display your main domain. For me, I used a subdomain, so you see it's called ebook.learnpassiveincome.com. So I added a CNAME record on my web hosting provider. This works. If you have trouble doing this, then just contact your support from your web hosting provider, and they will help you out setting this up. But if you don't have a domain, you have this URL here, and you can adjust this part. You can enter like something like free marketing ebook, and then the last part is going to be gr8.com or subscribemenow.com or GetResponsePages.com. In the past I just used the gr8.com, which is fine. All right, so this is what's going to be displayed in the URL up top here. And then we have to choose a list. The list we're going to choose here is the list that the email addresses that are signing up on a landing page will be sent to. So in the previous episode, we've created our GetResponse Tutorial 1 list. So I'm going to choose this one. Also, you can again decide if they have to do the confirm opt-in or not. Confirm opt-in means that once they sign up on your landing page, they have to once again confirm and that they actually want to be signed up for your email list by clicking on the link in the email that they will get once they sign up on your landing page. So whatever you need here, just turn it off or on. Then you can add it to a cycle day. This is for autoresponders. If you have set up an autoresponder sequence that you're sending everybody who signs up for your email list, you can decide on which day they should enter this cycle. I personally don't use autoresponders because I use the automation flow feature in GetResponse, so I'm not gonna tick this here. I'm gonna show you how to set up this workflow later. Now, the thank you page, like I said, you can use the default thank you page. This is the thank you page that we have created before with the go check your inbox. And if you want to send them to a custom website after they've signed up, you can just type the website in here. So for example, if I would send them to an affiliate offer, then I would just enter my affiliate link in here so they can sign up. You have their email, and also they will see the affiliate offer afterwards. So you might end up making a sale after they've signed up already. Cool. So for now, we're just going to use the default thank you page that we've created and move on. So analytics and remarketing we're not going to use, but you can do some tracking, add some pixels or whatnot, but we're not going to cover it in this tutorial. Cool. So once you have this set up, you're basically finished setting up your landing page, and you can click publish. All right, so well done. You can see your landing page and then you see your link that you have created for your landing page. So let's go check it out, how it looks. It looks awful, of course, because I haven't spent any time doing it. But this is where you're going to send people to this URL, and then people will enter their details. So for me, for example, Simon, and then I'm just going to enter one of my emails to see if it works. So I'm just going to click on download, and then you see the thank you page. Thank you, go check your inbox. Again, this could be any page you want. It could be like, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, or check out this product, or watch this video, whatever you want. Cool, so now somebody has subscribed to our list via our landing page, and let's go check if it's actually in our list. Okay, so in our dashboard, we see that for our list that we have assigned our landing page to, we still have 0 subscribers. And the reason is because we have entered the confirm opt-in for our list, and that's why the person who has entered their email first has to click on the link and that they've now got via email from GetResponse. So I'm just gonna quickly go into my email and click on that link, and then you're gonna see that the new contact will appear here on your list. All right, so I've now confirmed the sign up by clicking on the link in the email, and let's now reload the website to see if something changed. Perfect. So now we have our first subscriber here in our list. So you see, if somebody enters their email on your landing page, it will go to this list, and you're ready to basically send them your first email, your welcome email, or anything that you want basically. And that's what we're going to do next. We're going to set up our welcome email. All right, so to set up our welcome email within GetResponse, we go back to our dashboard, and then we can click on automation. Once you're here, click on automation messages on the top. You can also do this with autoresponders, but I suggest you use automation messages because then you have a lot more possibilities later, and because we're going to be setting up workflows, which is very nice. So just go on automation messages and then click on create draft. Now we have to choose a list that our emails should be linked to, and I'm going to choose the list that we have created before, which is GetResponse Tutorial 1. And then we have to type in a message name. This message name will not be seen by anybody but you. This is more so that you have the overview of all your messages. So for me, if I have a sequence, I normally type in, this is the first email, so 1, and then what kind of email it is. So this would be the welcome email. And then the subject line is what they will see on their email, in their email inbox before they open your email. And this is quite important because this kind of determines if they actually will open your email or not. It's not so much important for the welcome email because they will probably check their inbox anyway to find your email and open it, because they want to get whatever you're sending them, or they just sign up for a reason on your landing page. But for your further emails along the way, you kind of want to find a way to make it maybe a little bit clickbaity, so that people actually want to click on it. But don't go too much over the top, because it really pisses people off when you just type in something crazy and then the email is very boring. So yeah, just kind of experiment a little bit with that. It's kind of like on YouTube with the thumbnails. It's very important that the thumbnail looks good so that people actually click on your videos. It's the same with emails, basically, to kind of stand out. But for the welcome email, we can just type in welcome. And if you're, for example, giving away an ebook like I am, say something like, here's your ebook, ... And if you want to stand out a little bit in the inbox, you can also add emojis to the subject. And here's the emoji sign that you can click on, and then choose any emoji here, so it kind of stands out with color and everything. When your subject is finished, you can decide what email address you're sending your email from. So I'm sending it from this email, and you can also change the reply. So if they reply to your email, which email address should receive that reply. Once that is set up, we can go to next step. And then, just like with the landing pages, we have a lot of templates that you can choose from. I'm not a very big fan of these templates because they just kind of look like every other spam email that people get nowadays. So I try to make it as personal as possible and to just kind of look like a friend who's emailing them. And that's also a lot easier to not end up in the spam folder if you just use text instead of all of these different pictures and graphics and stuff like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to start from scratch. So click on Start from Scratch, and then just use the blank template done below here. All right, so now we're in our where we can write our emails. And on the right side, just like with landing pages, you have different things you can just drag in. So I'm just going to use text for now. So I'm going to drag in a text block, and you can basically just start typing. So for the welcome email, we would just say something like, hey, and also we can enter the name again that they've used to sign up on your landing page. So if they entered hey, if they entered like Simon, it would say, hey Simon. And then you can say something like, thank you for signing up for my email newsletter, or something along these lines. And give them whatever the reason was they signed up for on your landing page. Like if you're giving away an ebook, you can insert the download link for your ebook in this email. So to enter a link here, you can just type in, click here to download your ebook. And then to make this a clickable link, just highlight it and then go to the link icon here. And then you can type in the URL. So just to demonstrate it, I'll type in Google. But here you would type in the download link or the Dropbox link or whatever, where you have your lead magnet that you will be sending them. Cool, so now it is blue. It is a hyperlink so people can click on it. And I tend to do it also bold, so it stands out a little bit, and maybe even add something like this. All right, and I mostly use the font Verdana because I think it looks nicest, and I changed the font setting, the font size to 14. And what you also want to make sure is that you don't just write like long paragraphs, because that's really dangerous, that your email will not be read because it just looks overwhelming. Just do a lot of spaces in your email, kind of spread it out a little bit to make it very easy to digest. And so what I also do is I kind of structure it by highlighting some parts, like something like this, and then text goes on here, and then you can highlight this by making it bold like this. And so yeah, you have to experiment a little bit, but kind of structure it out like this. And once you've done writing your welcome email, what I also do is something like talk soon, Simon, and you want to make sure everything's the right font, like this. And then I also insert a picture of myself in the end of the email, just so people it's easier for them to remember me, and also it kind of builds trust. So you can also choose a logo or something from your company. So if you just click on it, you can choose an image, you can upload something here. I've already uploaded image of myself, so I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. This is too big here, so kind of like this, and then just the frame here like this. Yeah, so now you have a picture of yourself on the bottom of your email, which it makes a little bit more personal. But yeah, you want to take some time to write this email. You want to make it a little bit personal. You want to kind of tell them what they can expect. You want to also tell them where they can unsubscribe, that you can unsubscribe on the bottom of every email that you send them, just so you don't get people who don't want to see your emails, because that will be bad for your email eventually, because you're going to end up in the spam folder. And another thing to prevent from going into the spam folder is to go to the bottom here and click on plain text. And then what you want to click on is HTML to plain, which changes everything to just plain letters compared to HTML. And then click on wrap long lines. It also helps to not go into the spam folder. So every time you finish an email, go to plain text, go to HTML to plain, and then wrap long lines, and then you can close it. All right, so once you've finished your email, what I also do with every email is I send a test message to myself. So if you click send test message, you can choose the email here that you want to send the message to, just so you see how the email is delivered, if the links work properly and everything like that. Because you're going to send that email out to every single subscriber that signs up for your email list, and you want to make sure it's really good and the links are working and everything looks very good and stuff. So yeah, I would do this. And also you can check your spam score. This is an estimate of how likely it is that your email will actually end up in the inbox. So the higher your score is, the worse it actually is. So right now it is minus 0.099, which is pretty good. As long as it's like 0 or 1, I think it's good. I once had an email that was 2 and it ended up in the spam folder. So I really try to keep it as low as possible. And you also have some indicators of what is actually contributing to your higher spam score. So if it says something like too many pictures, then you can just delete some pictures in your email, and then the spam score should go down. But it's a good idea to just, for example, send the email as a test message to your Gmail or your AOL email, so you see if this email provider categorizes your email as a spam before you actually send it out to your subscribers. And on the right side, you also have a phone here where you see how it looks like on a mobile phone. So once you have your welcome email set up, you just go to next step on the bottom. And now you see in your automation messages tab, we have set up our first email, which is our welcome email. All right, so the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna set up our first workflow so that if somebody signs up to our email list, this email will be sent automatically and immediately to this person who just signed up. Okay, I'm now back inside of the GetResponse dashboard, and to set up our automation email workflow, we're gonna go to the automation button up top here, where we've already set up our automation email, which is the first one that we'll be sending out, which is the welcome email. So what we're going to do now is go to Manage Workflows and then click on Create Workflow. If you're doing this for the first time, there might be some windows popping up to kind of give you a tutorial about everything. You can go through that, or you can just click it away and watch this one. I'm going to explain everything to you right now. So here you also have different templates that you can use, but for now we're just going to build it from scratch. So we're going to click on Start Now. Here you also have some different pop-up windows, some tutorials. It's probably worth reading this. So if you go through it the first time, you can start reading this. But for now, we give our workflow a name. So for me, for example, it would be affiliate marketing workflow, something like that. And then we have to start with a block. So what we're going to start with is subscribers. So enter your name up top here and then click on subscribers or subscribes. Nice. So also there will be an interactive tutorial when you first do this. If you want to turn this off, just go to the interactive tutorial button here and then switch this to off. All right, so this is your workflow area where you build your workflow. And on the right side, you have different blocks. Every block has a different feature. So what we have now is the first one, subscribed via any to any list via any method. And what we want to do now is we want all the people who signed up on our landing page to our list that we've made. We want them in this block. So the way we do that is we click on this block and then we go to select the list, click on specific, then choose the list that we have created, which is for me the GetResponse tutorial 1. Click on that, and then we have to select a method. If you have multiple landing pages and you want to divide them up, then you can choose the method here. You can choose the landing page, go to landing page, and then choose the one that you've created. For example, we've named ours example in this tutorial. So I would choose this one, but if you only have one landing page, you can just leave this out and it will still work because everybody who's getting on that list will end up in this block here. All right, so what we do now is everybody who's landing in this block, we want to send them our welcome email. So we go to the right side here and go to send message. Then what we do is we just drag the send message block in our workflow area here, and then we're gonna connect these two. So now everybody who's here, who ends up here, this message will be sent to them immediately. So now we have to choose the message that we want to send. So now we go to the right side again, we click on the block and go to the right side and then choose drafts, because the message that we've created is now in the drafts. Then choose the message. So we only have one created, the welcome message. So we choose this, and then it asks you to, or it tells you that we need to change it into an automation message. So just click apply, and now the message is in there. So now it's already done, so that if somebody enters their email address on your landing page and they confirm that they want to be signed up for your email list, they will get this message immediately. If you don't want to send it immediately, you can enter a wait block in between these two blocks. The wait block is down here, but I want to send it immediately, so I'm just going to leave it like this. But what I actually want to do is I want to send a couple of more emails after they have signed up. So after they have gotten the welcome email, I want to send another email a day later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wait block down here and I'm going to drag it into my area. And again, I'm going to just connect it. If you want to have them wait 2 days, then just change this to 2. You can also change the hours or whatever you want. But for me, I'm just gonna leave it to 1. Like for example, if I have a product I wanna promote, then I'm gonna have a email series like 5 emails or something, and then on the last 2 I will promote that product. So they wait 1 day, and then I will send them another email. So I'll drag in the message, connect it, and then I have to choose again what kind of message I want to send them. And of course you have to write that message first. So you have to go in your automation messages and then create that message, because right now we only have one message, a welcome message. But if you want to make more, you can just go to this button here and open this in a new tab by holding down the command button on Mac. I don't know how it works on Windows, but I'm sure there's a way you can do this. And then you have 2 tabs open, and you can switch between these 2 tabs. And then here go again to automation and to automation messages. Here now we have the welcome message that we've created in the draft section. The status is drafts. And now that we've used this message, you see that it's in use. So we have it twice, and you can also filter it here. So if you want to only see the messages that are in use, just tick the in use and you will only see the one message. If you want to make more, like for a second email, just create draft and write another email that you can insert in your workflow. So let's go back to our workflow and actually build this out so that we have our email sequence set up. So let's say I want to, after this email is sent, I want to have them wait another day and then send another email, and then they should wait another day, and then I'm gonna send another email. So like this. Okay, so now let's say with this email, this is like a promotion or it has a link in it to my website or whatever, and I want to kind of segment it so that people who actually click on the link, they will get another email compared to the ones who don't click on the link. So what I can do is I go to the right side and I can choose link clicked. I drag this one to the workflow area and connect it like this. And now I want to send, actually, let's say everybody who's clicked the message, they will wait another day. Connect it. And everybody who didn't click any link, they will wait 3 days. So drag in the wait 1 day and then change this to 3. So now everybody who has clicked waits 1 day, everybody who hasn't clicked waits 3 days. Cool. So now everybody who has clicked will get another, let's say, promotion message. And everybody who didn't click will also get a message, but the message will be different. It will be maybe some more value emails, maybe some more emails to warm them up for your promotion or something until you pitch your offer again. So this is a cool way to kind of segment the people going through your workflow, and you can actually build this out to eternity. So the powerful thing is that if somebody signs up for an email list, he will just get here, and after this, everything will happen automatically, and you can send hundreds of emails that you've prepared in advance. And like you do a value email, and then you send like a promotional email, and then you again send valuable emails and stuff like that. So I hope you see how powerful this can be, and you have a lot more options here. You can move people around. Like you can say if this link hasn't been clicked, then you wanna move them to a different list, like move to list, and then you add here another list, or you can add a tag. You can tag them something like I don't know, not interested or something, and then you kind of know what people who your subscribers are and what kind of emails they want from you. As a beginner, you probably will not go too crazy with this, and you actually shouldn't, because it can be get a little bit complicated fast. But right now I want to show you a workflow that I currently have for one of my businesses, so you kind of get an idea how it can look like. So now we're actually in my real GetResponse account that I've had for a while. And here's a workflow that I've built. It's like nothing special actually, but it's kind of to show you how it can look like. So I give away an ebook that I've wrote about how to get your first 10K followers on Instagram. So I know everybody who downloads this ebook is interested in growing on Instagram. So with a welcome message, I just send them the ebook. And then I already segmented so that everybody who clicks the link will go further in the workflow, and everybody who doesn't click the link, they didn't take a look at the ebook, so they didn't download the ebook. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let them wait 2 days, and then I'm going to send another email sending them my ebook again. So I don't know, I'm going to send something like, I don't know if my ebook got delivered or something, or maybe you forgot to check it out or something like that. So you get a second chance that they download your ebook. And then they go back to the same workflow. And after 2 days, they will get a email where I sent them a video about the growth service that I'm offering. And I explain how everything works. So maybe if somebody is interested here, I will already make a sale for my growth service for Instagram. And here the same again. If somebody doesn't open the message, then I will wait 2 days, and then I will send the same email again, but with a different title. So I know they haven't seen the email because they haven't opened it. So I can just use the same email. I don't have to take the time to write another email, but I use a different title. So maybe the first title didn't work, the first subject line, so maybe the second subject line works. And then they go back into this workflow. And here it segments people who have clicked on the link and people who haven't clicked on the link. Actually, here I should do some more messages, some more value emails, and then maybe promote my growth service again. But I haven't done that actually. What I've done is I've sent everybody to my second sequence, which is just my YouTube videos that make sense if you want to grow on Instagram. So here I have my series about how to make money on Instagram. So the first one is 5 ways to make money on Instagram. Then they wait 1 day, and then they get the message about a method that I'm explaining here, and so on. And then I basically send them to the emails where I explain which tools they're going to use to make that method work. So and all these videos have affiliate links in the description, so that if they decide to go to use these tools that I'm using, I will get a commission. And what I can actually do also is like promote an Instagram course here. I actually haven't built this out to the full scale right now, but there's a lot what you can do. You can really prepare hundreds of emails. And I also have a different entry point. So these are my Jarvis settings that people can download, and they will get to the same sequence eventually. And then I will send them all to my newsletter once they have all gone through this workflow, where I will just send them broadcast messages. Like when I upload a new video, I will send them a message, but I will only send them to this newsletter list, so that all the people who are in this workflow, they will not be disturbed by some random email getting in between or something. So I hope you kind of understand how powerful this can be if you build it out right. You have 1,000 more possibilities than what I've shown you just now, but this is a beginner tutorial, so to go more in detail would be too much. This is just to show you how something like this can look.